Right guys, here we are. SE5a is, main of it is really done in the interior department. Right, so obviously I can't remember what I did say in the last episode or not. I've had the gun position put in, as well as the ammo mag for the Lewis gun. Not Lewis gun, sorry, Vickers gun, sat in the middle there. All little details added up. And of course you might notice I've added the hood, which is here. There's a, just turn it around and show you guys. There's an armour plate just there. And then, here we go. Went ahead and did this, sorry. It's so fiddly. Here we have the Wolseley Viper engine. Now the difference between the Wolseley Viper and the Squeezer in, just having a look, well, to tell you the truth guys, there's not much difference between the two if I'm honest. I think one of them is just a bit bigger. The spanner is quite bigger, but that's the only difference. Basically, you see there, I've got the main of it painted in aluminium silver. I then obviously painted the cylinder blocks matte black, followed by the oil injectors and top there, followed by the actual pipework, which is painted in. It's supposed to be in brass, but it's like a nice gold leaf colour. No one know the difference anyway. But I like it like that, Amy. And then I added a very, very thin acrylic wash to the top, just to give it a bit of an oil splatter from the two parts there. And I will continue to do that to the armoured plates there. I think it's an armoured plate, I don't know, but it looks really good. So with that guys, right, I'm just wondering which one to go first. Okay, right, so we got the stabilizer, sorry, the actual pieces going in there, like so. These are obviously the elevators, yeah that's true, yeah, elevators across the side of that. Okay, I'm just going to hold this in place while I just put some glue onto it. So, obviously it's just very thin glue. Don't want it too much because obviously like okay, just a thin little bit across the top. Oh. Okay, just rest that one on there like that. And the other one, oh, it's there. It's kind of did a runner. Did a very good run actually. I can't remember taking you guys out a shot. I think you still are. Put some glue to the inside of that bit. Okay. So all in all guys, it does, oh, that bit's just fallen out. So that's that guys, those parts are in. Once I've got this part in, wing, there we are. Just a touch more glue on the inside, that's what I didn't do. Let that bond together. Like so. It is looking pretty good guys, I've got to be honest. It is looking very nice indeed. Okay, so that's them two. On there, press that in. And then finally we do have this piece. This is the part of the aileron, elevator, sorry, at the back, and that simply slides in like that, and it has actually a very nice firm lock into that, so no holding that in place. A bit around the edges, just get all that run around in there, a bit inside. Like so. Okay, so there's you've got such a big gap underneath there. I think so. Yeah, that's correct. So that must be. That must be absolutely correct. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so that's that done. Right. So, as far as I'm concerned, the only thing left is to add the engine here. Now, before I mention, guys, this is quite a nice feature I did not know the SE5a actually had. If you can see that. On the wings here, and also the elevators, you actually have, it looks like perspex or glass, fiberglass, glasswork, whichever it is, to actually show the insides of the elevator / ailerons for the controls of the wires or rope, whichever way I put it. That I've never even thought of. That is really a nice thing for what was it? Who created the SE5a? Royal Aircraft Factory, was it? Yep. Royal Aircraft Factory designed that. That's actually pretty cool. I never knew it had that at all. Just checking whether these wings are right, because I obviously don't want to do something there and realise that it's not properly done. There we are. Okay, so that is all in place. Right, last bit, detail is to add the engine. Now I'm just going to use some thick glue for now, just place this in. If I'm able to actually, just like that, some glue on the end. So, some tiny little notches here, guys. Right. Alright, just like that. Straight in. No problem. Okay, so you might figure it does look a bit over large, but these are the exhaust cylinders. They go into the holes here and the exhausts come out the side. So don't worry guys, if the engine does look a bit too big, that's all it is. Right, so that's that done. I think I'll go ahead, I'll do the oil splatter as I said, and it looks like the next part is adding the final cover bit. So that's the engine cowling and the radiators at the front, followed by the great big piece of the actual canopy cockpit parts, which are here, but you have to paint all that up, and obviously it takes some time. That fits just over like that. So with that guys, I need to go away and do that, so that'll take a while. See you later. Right guys, here we are. So we are pretty much done and dusted with this cockpit. Yes, all the interior work is pretty much all done and complete. Now one thing I did off camera, which is quite fiddly, was the Vickers Maxim machine gun that sits on top of the cowling gear. Now the problem was, I didn't realise this, but it was not fitted correctly. Obviously the actual housing sits on top of the instrument panel, and then you got the actual magazine holder, whatever it is, casing or whatever it is, obviously belt feed or whatever, on top of here. So that was that, and then obviously you got the actual resin holder that sat on top. Nice thing was that the actual Maxim was all resin as well. It came in two parts, the barrel and then the bit here. And then of course there's a gun side which fits on, but I'll do that last I think, because obviously detail work. So I had to move some stuff around in here for it to fit actually correct inside. Kind of a pain, but seems to work. Okay, so this is the other part we're going to install on. This is the actual top cover that sits on top of there. Now again, I had to do some working around. This is all painted in the woodwork, same colours before, and there's a glass piece which is aimed as a little window. I don't know what it's for, but there we are. So obviously the inside is obviously being painted in the wood grain, and of course you've got the leather rest across the side painted inside. I'll do the outside exterior later. Now there's a piece of photo etch that fits across here, and there is actually a mask that goes over this glass canopy here. So once that's done, we'll get it all in place. Another important thing is there's actually a cocking handle here. I'm not too sure what that's for, but that'll be lastly put on. Now another important feature I wanted to talk about while we're not doing anything is obviously this is the Wolseley Viper engine, so it had the different radiators at the front. Now what's nice about this kit is this is the actual cover of the engine. That will sit on top nicely like that. So if you wish to, you can easily just take the cover off, have the engine displayed or not as you wish. It was a shame I didn't put any magnets in there, but there we are. That's how it is. So I'm just going to remove that. Okay, so the actual top piece is quite a tight fit, guys. So I'm just going to put a bit of thick glue on for now across the edge here. So I'm just taking offset here and across the back place here, like so. Like I said, it's a tight fit, so make sure you get everything correct. Okay, so that's resting like that. Ooh, I don't like that size. Okay. Right, okay, that's resting on top now, guys. That is, I will just check the side. There we have it. That is the top cover in place, but we need something to keep that down because that's not going to sit comfortably on. That's not going to sit comfortably on like that. Just having a look interior. Interior is all nicely done and worked up. Right, okay. It's all the sound of the little photo etch pieces going. Now you can see by me shaking how much force I'm using to press down all those parts. I'm just trying to wonder if we cut a bit of tape. Just cut a slice of tape there. A slice of tape there. Right, so like I said, we need this to fix over the top. Just press down and just feed that over like so, and then this side over like so. Okay, whew. Bit of a tight fit, guys, but it looks like it's actually worked. Obviously just needs a bit of filler. No, actually, does it need a bit? I think this might, just this back cowling piece here, guys. That bit's fine, it's just this bit here. Just needs a touch, does it? Okay, needs a touch of filler. I'm going to put some extra thin cement around the outsides of it. Just get that all worked in. Right, oh, we don't want that happening. Right, okay. Bit of a pain. That's better. That's better. Much better now. Okay, so it looks like this kit may need some sanding work done to it actually, but we'll get there in the end, guys. Most definitely. Right, okay, so with that, it looks like we need some waiting game now, just to get everything in place. And obviously we need the front radiator on, which is just this piece here. Now I'm not sure how to do some additional work for the cables and the wiring from for the pipes for the radiator grills to the cylinders. I do not know whether to do that or not, but there we are. So I don't know what to think about that. Right, so I think the best thing to do, let this dry completely and then see where we get on with it, because yeah, it's a lot of fiddly process. Alrighty then, there we are. So As you can tell, we're in the painting stages now, and obviously I've primed it, different colour. Now, obviously the colour I'm going to be using is Mr. Colour C45. Now this is a lacquer, and if you want in the acrylic, you can have it as H85, which Eduard didn't tell me, but yeah, that's the paint I'm going to be trying out today. So you will need some lacquer thinner, which Mr. Hobby did provide. Just knock that over, why don't I? So anyway, what do I need to say? Right, so normally I've noticed some people actually mask off their ribbing effect first, then paint that and then take all the work off and then paint over again to make it look like a stressed thing. Now, I wasn't sure whether to or not to do that because well, personally I think I will just paint in that just one colour to give it tone, and then once the one colour has been done, and obviously I put all the decals on and such, I would actually personally just not mask it but wash it myself. Now I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but I am ready to give that a go, so to speak, as they say. So I'm just mixing this in, this Mr. Hobby thinner. Looks like it's going well. Looks okay. It dries pretty well as well. Okay, so see how this works. So I'm just going to put the lid on that. It might be a bit too thick to spray through, but right, I really don't know what happened there. So there we are. So we're just going to carry on from here, really, I reckon. So what we're going to do is first off I'm just going to see if this is all plugged in properly. I believe so, yeah. Right, so what we're going to do now is go paint the top colour with the dark green, as they say. So I've got here some C309. This is the green, and it's obviously a semi-gloss, so obviously be careful. Thin it down quite a bit this time because last time it was a bit thick. So I thin it down quite a bit and we'll just see how it works. So here we go. Oh, already that kicks in. I'm just going to turn the pressure down just a bit. And it's playing up a bit, but I'll see how it goes. No, actually, it's spraying really well. It's spraying really well. It's nice green, actually, that is. Not bad at all. This compressor wants to give it up just for 5 minutes. Would be really handy. Thank you. No, I don't think there's enough pressure just to fire that through, so I might have to turn it up a bit. Ah, fun of compressors, eh? So yeah, I really didn't know what happened with that last bit, guys. It just cut out randomly, and obviously I carried on recording and it didn't really even notify me. So really sorry about that. Right, so I'm just going between So obviously I'm just going between the ribbing here just so we can give a bit of highlights. When it comes to painting later. just like so. So that's really it, guys. So just going to be painting that all day. I just wish this compressor would just shut up for 5 minutes, but that's how it is. So alright guys, that's it. So I'm just going to go away and paint up like that and let it dry up, and then we'll see where we get up to, because it's going to be one long process. There we are guys, as you can see it's all painted up and done. Now I must admit something I did do actually. Pretty much, I'll show you what I've done. Just open the paint drawer. I used originally this colour, but originally it didn't turn out the way I wanted it. It came out a much lighter green like that, more like a Second World War RAF green, and I wasn't really keen on the original, because obviously First World War RFC aircraft were how would you put it, very dark on the top surface, so either a dark brown or a dark green like this colour here. So apparently the original colour PC10 was a difficult one to understand, but anyhow, I did some research online and I found someone who made an FE2B. If you know that from the Wing Nut Wings kit, it is pretty much the bomber version of DH2, and he pretty much advised me to paint with this colour. Here we are, Tamiya Acrylics, the Olive Drab XF62, and that's the colour it came out with, so I'm happy with that. Right, but now we come to the next thing, which is obviously the fabric surfaces, because obviously I want to make a fabric, and that's what it is. So what the plan is, I'll just get some tweezers and show you when you point it off. So obviously the panels, well not panels, but like the stitching of the fabric is along here. So they had the, how do you put it, the wooden spar, I think the wooden spars underneath. So probably after stress and over time, the fabric would warp and would show through. So what I'm going to do is these areas we're going to mask off and paint them in a lighter type of green, using a bit of drop of grey and something else. But really amazingly, I'm using this tape. This is a 6mm width tape from Tamiya. Now look at this, if I put this across like that, that gives a perfect alignment between the two. I think Tamiya kind of knew that this was coming along, so congratulations on them. But anyway, that's what the plan is. So I'm going to go ahead and pretty much mask the whole thing off, because this is going to be a super duper long project, guys, to tell you the honest truth. So I'm going to go away and do that. And obviously I'll bring you back to the painting session, where we will use obviously the same colour but mix probably a different light grey in the mix, so just to give that different colour scheme. Okay, this might take a while, but I'll see you in a bit. Alrighty guys, here we are. One painstakingly moment of truth later, here we are. Right, so obviously as you can tell, I've got everything masked off, and boy, it did take a while, to a good hour or two to do that. Anyway, we got obviously all masked up, that's the main reason. And just check my airplane, everything seems to be fine. Right, so obviously I'm using the same colour again, the XF62 there, and then what I've done is I've added a bit of deck tan into that, so obviously it's made it a bit more of a light green sort of mix. So what we're going to do, obviously I've added a bit of thinner to this, so add that into there. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the pressure, or the PSI as I should say, just a bit down, very bit more. Obviously that lets the air through on that lot. So stay nice and gentle, give a light coats over the top. very gentle over the top. Now that will create a nice ribbed effect over the top, like so. And so it's probably just a little bit too thin I made that. Nice gentle coating over the top just to give it that bit of extra edge on it, as they say. So as you can see the difference already, I'll just let that charge up. Now you can see the difference already, seeing this is the original dark side and then we got this light. So obviously as you can tell the difference between the two. I'm just going to put a light coating over the top here now. It just basically just to give that visualization of it showing through. Just there. Just one light coating over top. Okay, so that's that one, and of course then we have the wing. I was going to say big wing then, but it doesn't. A light coat over the top. Just a light coat, and we are done pretty much. And make sure obviously you get every single one that you've done, otherwise it won't show through. I think I had a bit too much paint, as you can see in the bottom there, but there we are guys, that's all done. So now with that done, you can actually finally get on with actually taking the things off. So I'm just going to move that to the side. Now I'm going to try and see if I can zoom you in just a touch more, refocus you. Now obviously I'll just show you what I mean. So if I take this one off, like so, you can now get that visualization of the difference between the two. Just like that. Take that one off as well. Just like that across the top wings, and actually that does look really better. That's really nice actually, doing like that. Obviously it just needs to dry out first. Obviously we'll gloss coat the top, but that is really looking great guys. So now obviously I have to take all these bits off now, and then that will be all sorted. Okay, right, here we are. Right, so what the plan is now, pretty much what I'm going to do is I've done the top side. It's actually come out really, really good guys. Look at the wing surface on that, especially the top wing. It does look a bit rough, but I'll soon, with a bit of weathering and touch-ups, that should be okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do it to the other underside. I'm going to paint it in straight XF55. I'm using a touch. I'm not going to bother doing the backlines because they took a lot of time to do, so I know what you're thinking, but that's just me. Okay, just a quick dusting over the top, that side. Quick dusting over the top this side too. Like so. Also, this part broke off, so I'll just give that a quick spray. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so just that area. Now to the top wing, same subject again, straight across the top wing like so. Make sure I get all the areas in. So just a light dusting over the top. There we have it guys, right, that is pretty much it's all done. There's a few areas on there, like so. I'll just do around this area just to get a bit more better coverage, and like so. Right, there we are guys, so that's all done. Wait for this to shut off. Hopefully now we'll see a difference. Oh yes, there's a bit of difference there, definitely. There we are, you can see a touch in the wings, but it's not much, but it looks better than what it did do before, so there we are. Right, take all this stuff off, and oh great, looks like I got some more painting to do. Went a bit of overspray on the underside there, so side of the fuselage there, great. Just gotta paint that up now. Right, finish that off, see you in a bit guys. Alrighty guys, here we are. Well, I do have to admit I did go a bit far with the actual build process. Pretty much obviously, as you know, most of us get busy, so I just did this and realised afterwards I completely forgot to record it. Anyhow, the decals are on. Obviously, as I said, I picked the Scheme C, which is flown by Captain Manic of 74 Squadron. Now, decals are still drying. The decal fix is still forming up to it. Well, I don't normally have trouble with decals because obviously in most Second World War aircraft, the rivets are all rivets, obviously. Except with First World War aircraft, as you know, it's all stitching and canvas fabric, so that's all it is. So I've had some trouble putting them down on the main of the wings there, but I've just cut them up a bit, obviously how they originally were, put some decal fix on them, and that should cure them up, so I need to leave that to dry. But in the meantime, whilst leaving that to dry, what I did was I've gone away and painted the leather, I don't know what you call it, but it's like a rest around the side, and of course the leather headrest at the back there. And that is really not much all I've done. Obviously gloss coated it and that line left it to dry. What I'm going to do now is I think I just need to get on with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wheels on. Now the trouble is I need, obviously put the wheels on, this will take the weight of the model off, if you understand what I mean. So that's a good thing in a way. Now, just have a look how these go in. Slot in like so. Not the best of ways, I must admit, but so I've just taken these out of shot here. Oh, okay. Okay. I've also, this woodwork has also been painted in a varnish of acrylic varnish. So what that does then, that will just obviously protect it, and yeah, that's really it. So what I'm going to do is just go glue the bottoms on. Obviously I just need to crack on with this project guys, because also if I do glue the bottoms, the undercarriage on, but not just the wheels yet, it just helps everything in place. Okay, right, so that's how the inside, so that fits into here, and as I said, it all fits all beautifully moulded guys, all beautifully moulded. Obviously that fits into there. Oops. Okay, so I've got a glue pot here, it's just dripped a few out the ends. Obviously this end we're going to here. That's being slotted in like so. I don't know if you can see off camera, sorry. And then finally this piece fits in like so. Okay, so it's going to be eventful. Now does that fit on like that? I guess so. I guess that does. So, okay, that's gone really well actually. Much better than what I did actually first think. So obviously I'll just get a bit of glue, which you see here. So make sure it gets into the all cracks and that lot. Like so. Right, okay, one part did actually spring out, just put that back in. Okay, so that looks pretty darn good, guys. Looking like the part now. Obviously you just need to keep it level once everything's drying. So, yeah. But really guys, the woodwork on the models I've been doing, I've really noticed an improvement, and it's better than just painting an acrylic. It really does make it stand out. I don't want to sound big-headed when I say that, but it's the God's honest truth. Right, okay, with that done, alright, I need to leave that to dry, obviously like that, and once that's done, we'll get underway and we'll actually start making sure that the actual, well, everything's done really, because it's all just the tiny little pieces, and then it comes to the actual final process of putting the actual top ring on and then rigging the whole lot, because it's going to take a while. Okay, I'll crack on.